Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Seahawks.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Play clock winding down. Shifts by him. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. As they run the counter play. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Now it's Martin. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. He's got Evans. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run. They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
That?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He'll look to throw. Go right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Say.
Back to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Airing this one out for him into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Halfback sent in motion. On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Jordan McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Martin, the return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Martin, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now Wilson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On first down, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now. But he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now.
They'll drop the throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bucs on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the 1st half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Sims. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the 45. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. A dump off to Sims. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the D-line's going to spread out. Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They'll look to throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. Top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Sims. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
play fake. He'll look to throw. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll toss it out to Sims. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charles Sims, 40 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a stop.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Second down, Wilson. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. There's Wilson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The Swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. And they give this time to the tailback. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. To start the drive to Sims. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. For a touchback. And the drive begins here with Sims. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now it's the backup Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's third down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So he's into the clear. 30, 20, touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, 75 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And out now come the Seahawks. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
19.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Of all the routes that defenders would love to remove from offensive playbooks, I think the wheel route would rank near the top. And on that one, they almost had it, just wasn't able to come down in bounds.
Yeah, as you see right there for the running back, it's tough as you're going toward that sideline trying to stay in bounds. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, just didn't have enough real estate, as they like to say.
And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On the ground, the drive starts with Sims. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Jameis to throw it. Evans has it left side. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 66 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's Wilson to throw again. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Chris Baker able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. In motion goes the tight end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they run with Sims. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
And now they need to execute. After the interception, here's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10 now. Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, D.J. Hayden. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now a second down throw for Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, they run with Sims. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Here's Winston. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw is Wilson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. William Golston in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's got his man. It's Darbo. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Throwing now is Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run here with Sims. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ready. Blue ready.